Cameron's going to rank every movie ever. Go, Lilies of the Field.
Lilies of the Field, baby.
Woo!
Here we go. What do you get when you cross a black carpenter with some Mexicans and a nun? It's a joke. A church.
You get a chapel.
A Catholic chapel. Yeah, this film was, I would say, simple, slow and plodding, but thoroughly charming. Like, it's just an enjoyable time. There's a moment where the main character, so the black guy who's a carpenter, he shows up to just fill up his car. But they find out he's a carpenter with a skill set, and they ask him to help around, fix the roof, fix this, fix that, and then how about you build a chapel for us?
Forgot about the roof. That was the first thing.
Yeah. And it's interesting how he ends up just staying at each moment, and this very commanding, what seems like selfish nun, who's actually not selfish, she's just a very strong personality, how she can get him at every moment to stay. There's a line I like where he's been trying to get his money the whole time from her. He's like, a laborer is worthy of his wages. They get out the Bible. He's like,
I love that scene.
Reciting Bible verses to her. And she pulls out a verse, look at the lilies of the field.
Yeah.
Matthew 6, 33, I think. Maybe it's not 33, but Matthew 6, talking about, the lilies of the field, they neither sow nor reap, but look how well they're adorned, adorned more than Solomon in all his glory. And the Lord loves you more than these. And that's the heart of this nun. She trusts in God through all things. And really the film culminates in the building of this chapel where everyone, even fallen away Catholics, even this Baptist, they're building a church. And it's explicitly said that this church is like an investment in heaven. Like they're storing up their treasure in heaven. It's almost an insurance policy against the fires of hell. They're just like, we know we're doing something good. And it's cool to see them all come together for that. That's as good as it gets with the film. It's good. It's, I would say good enough.
Public schools are out of control and homeschooling isn't for everyone. But what about Catholic schools? Even many Catholic schools are drifting away from the faith. Is your Catholic school one of them? The next generation is at risk of forgetting their Catholic tradition and losing their faith. That's why we love the work of the St. John Henry Newman Institute. They help revitalize Catholic schools. They train leaders, give grants for schools in need, and build roadmaps to help schools transform their curriculums. The John Henry Newman Institute is the guide that Catholic schools need, and it's simple. At jhni.org, schools go through a simple application and assessment process and receive a tailored transformation plan so that their Catholic school can embrace tradition and teach the fullness of the faith. Whether you work at a Catholic school or just drop your child off there, make sure your school joins the John Henry Newman Institute network so that you can get peace of mind knowing that your Catholic school is really fully Catholic. Learn more and join us at jhni.org, accelerating the renewal of Catholic education. That's jhni.org, jhni.org.
Here at Movie Crusade, we defend good movies. Did you know our team has developed an incredible script about the Eucharist? It's called God Bread. Why? Well, millions of Catholics believe that little piece of bread on the altar is Almighty God. If they're wrong, they're all crazy. If they're right, it changes everything. God Bread is a film with 3 stories spanning thousands of years about women who were actually crazy enough to believe it. It's not the kind of film Hollywood wants to make. That's why we need your help. If you're tired of the Hollywood filth or the Christian fluff, go to godbread.com and support a highly artistic, deeply traditional film that will shock the world. That's godbread.com. When you look at this ranking system, you can see clumps happening.
So at the very top, we have films that are just excellent, thoroughly good,
Dynamite.
just huge major hits. Below that, I would say excellent, good, but they have this damaged quality to them, a small damaged quality. And then there's this red clump in the middle. I was like, why are these films falling in the same spot? And I think of them like you have brownies and you really love brownies. It's like these brownies are awesome, but there's a little bit of poop in them.
Wow.
It's like poop brownies. But just the tiniest, Tony, it's so tiny you won't even notice. That's how I think about
I don't
these.
know. I mean, I typically would notice if my brownies smelled like doo-doo.
But so much brownie. It's like so much brownie that's like, it's
A
so
really
good.
good analogy.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's really good.
Braveheart is like that. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, brownies.
Braveheart's got the poop in that brownie.
It does.
Yeah.
Below that, interestingly, I put these movies below it in this green chunk because they're not as good as brownies. They don't hit as hard as brownies. It's like good oatmeal to me. It's like they're good. These are good films. So with that said, let's rank Lilies of the Field.
I'm going to guess
Right there
25.
in the good oatmeal. It's plopped there in the good oatmeal, number 25. Wait, did you guess number 25?
I
without seeing it?
only guessed that because I read it.
Oh. Yeah, so I think it's better than Apollo 11 because Apollo 11, which is masterfully made,
Yeah.
it's, patriotic. There's a lot of good in that. Really well done all throughout. But at the end of the day, it's about a mission to the moon. It's like, great. And if that film says, good things about America and the mission to the moon and these astronauts, great. But Lilies of the Field says better things, about charity, about trust in God, about your eternal reward. So it's higher than Apollo 11. I think with The Great Escape was just so much more entertaining and well written. And they both feel like they're in this good oatmeal zone where it's just like, I wouldn't think of The Great Escape as like a great movie, but I think it's a really good movie. And The Great Escape doesn't have any doo-doo in it. It doesn't have any dangerous elements, no pitfalls that I remember in this movie. And so that also takes Lilies of the Field down just a touch because of the slightly dangerous elements we talked about before. So Tony, number 25, Lilies of the Field. What do you think?
When a nun needs a carpenter, she gets a Black Baptist.
That is true. Do you have anything to add to that?
Here's my favorite part of the movie. So the priest, it's two parts. In the beginning, what's the priest do after that first mass and Homer Smith goes into the trailer? What's the priest do? He's complaining about he's a traveling priest. He's like,
I drive 400 miles a week.
I drive all this. I'm just hoping that one of these old tires doesn't blow out. And he says to Homer Smith about Mother Superior because he's like, are you going to build her this chapel? And he's just kind of like, look, I'm just passing through. And he says, quote, she puts her trust in prayer. And then he says, when I was ordained, how I prayed for a call to a great majestic cathedral in some wealthy diocese. I sent the message up in English and in Latin. And he answered. And he complained about his life as a traveling priest. And then at the end of the film, he's walking through and he sees this very simple chapel that was made. And he said, and Mother Superior, she's like, oh, there's so much to do. We've got to get the flowers and all this to do. And he just grabs her hands and says, forgive me. Many years ago, I made a very vain and selfish prayer. Now he has answered my prayer through you, through many people. I pray now I become worthy of his trust and yours. I thought that's a good way to wrap this up. So top 25, totally agree.
Would you put it above Great Escape or 12 Angry Men?
No, it's too simple of a film. It's too simple of a film.
Yeah, Great Escape. The writing of that, it floored me. Like I was so enthralled. I mean, The Great Escape is also a simple film.
It is simple.
But
It's based on a true story, but it's
It's so well done,
extremely well written.
gripping all the way through.
Yeah, definitely that better than 12 Angry Men, Great Escape. I would have put Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. I am a fan of Jimmy Stewart, so I would have put that higher, but we're not talking about that now. That's fine. I'm totally cool with this. I'm going to say
Says Mr. Smith Goes into Spider-Verse.
ooh, he really
That's
does.
a crossover.
He
Yeah.
really does, though.
Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse is the only way we could fit that is just to say into Spider-Verse. People know what we mean.
I agree.
Flanders, what do you think?
Oh man. Oh,
What do you think
snap.
of this ranking?
I mean, it sounds good to me. I am a Jimmy Stewart. Always gets me. I love Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
Yeah.
When he pulls out his thermos, the press bus cleared out.
Gosh, but come on. Okay, get
Thank
over
you, Tim.
get over your subjectivity.
Yeah,
This is an objective list.
Yeah, I know it's subjective and it's definitive.
No, it's objective. Not it's subjective.
but it's definitive, but it can change.
It's definitive and it changes.
Subjectively objective.
It's objective and we find it in my head.
I'm surprised you thought The Great Escape is better. I mean,
What? Really?
I mean, it's good, but I think Lilies of the Field has more depth in terms of spiritual depth and that sort of cultural depth. And
Yeah, I agree with
Great
that.
Escape's just about guys trying to escape, and then they escape.
Trying to get out, man. We're trying to get out of this
That
place.
sounds like the biggest straw man.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I haven't seen that movie in 15 years, so I guess I missed the depth.
It's so well done.
Okay.
It's the way they like they bring the prisoners in. That's how it starts. Bring prisoners in. They're walking throughout the prison, and you get to know each prisoner just how they act, and they all partake in this jailbreak that they try in the very beginning, and they all get caught, and that tells you something about them. And then you learn that they each have a rap sheet. They're all trying to escape for these reasons. Why are they trying to escape? This was so fascinating to me because it's not about, escape a prison to avoid suffering. It's escape a prison for your duty to your country, because the more you can escape and put pressure on this camp, the more guards they have to bring in from the front lines to this camp. And so it's a patriotic film. It's so well written that it shows rather than tells all the way through. And it gets you to piece things together. And then how they achieve the escape plan is really clever. Like this guy comes in, he knows he's like the captain or something. And he knows that if he gets caught again, like he's doomed, like he's gonna be put to death. But the first thing he does is calls all the troops together. He's like, all right, boys, here's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
And he has this big plan to escape.
And I thought the end of it was great because you're just like, oh, they're all going to get away with it. Oh, snap. They didn't. And so, Timothy, you're crazy. The Great Escape is
need to
one
watch
movie
it again.
better. It's one ranking better.
just one better.
So,
I don't know how many movies are gonna go in between those two because they're both really good.
yeah.
They're both like good oatmeal.
Fat Cardinal likes Great Escape better than Lilies of the Field.
That is true.
He told me that. He
Very rotund
He whispered
religious.
over your shoulder and told me that. Hey, I like me some Great Escape.
Wait, you said amen. Well, I said that off screen, off camera. You said that there's more to that. Remember that song? Amen. What's the deal with that? Why is that? I just said, hey, that's an interesting song. And you said there's more to the story. Do you remember that?
No, I mean, I thought you were saying that was like a bad thing that nuns were saying that because it's like sister act later on.
That's true. It is the first sister act.
The Sister Act prequel.
Right. That's so true. Oh my gosh.
Because they're going from chant to being like clapping.
Yeah.
Because they were like, amen.
I mean, I love Negro spirituals. There's some ones I really love. They always get me going when I'm down. So, but
like Glory. Like when they do the thing at the end of that movie in Glory, the one with Matthew Broderick and Denzel Washington and
I don't
Morgan
remember
Freeman. It's R because of the gore, but that's a whole separate topic. Sorry, I derailed this.
I'm surprised at how agreeable this section was. Like, I think
Well, you
that
did
was good.
so well, young man. You
was
did
great.
so well. I'm really
Not-
proud of you.
Oh,
you
no
put
one
the
was
suit
mad at
jacket
me.
on and you get serious.
Okay, we did it.
So,
Number 25 film of all time of these films.
definitive list.
The 25th film of all time of these films.
Right, guys, these are not the top 25 films.
Guys, calm down. Okay.
Settle down, simmer down.
We're gonna rank all the movies. You just gotta be patient. Okay.
But it's gonna take at least 4 or
5
5
months.
decades.
Oh,
Months.
Okay.
Yeah, decades. It's gonna take decades.
okay.
I will not make it.
We'll pass it down to our
Yeah,
sons.
pass it down to the kids. I'm not gonna make it. Go to moviecrusade.com, sign up, and when you sign up, Timothy will come over and
He'll
teach
send
you
you-
Latin,
Send you an app.
and
the
he
mail.
will make you a steak.
PelicanPlus.com.
He'll send you pelicanplus.com in the mail.
In the mail.
Yeah.
I want to see that. If you liked that clip, which I'm sure you did, then check out our other clips. And don't forget to go into the comments section and hype this bad boy. Don't make me get Fat Cardinal. Hype it now.